speaking of implementing things, what would what are your top 3 priorities over the next 12 months?
Okay,
As a firm.
Right. So certainly one of them is the integration of this new acquisition that we have here in North Carolina, and learning more about the business and getting it to be able to support itself. So we're going through a whole bunch of things and learning about the things that we didn't know before we made the acquisition. Number 2 is we're working on a program called CultureWise. You might have heard David Friedman from
Sure.
CultureWise. So we just had our first meeting with them last week, and we're starting to implement that. And that is going to be based on the vision that I have for the company and what I want the culture of the company to be going forward. And knowing that we're going to start hiring for culture and training for skill.
Yeah, that's what we talked about at the beginning of the show.
Right. That's really, really important. And I found out, the hard way that there were some people that just, they don't fit our culture, and we live with them, not realizing how miserable they're making everybody else.
Yeah.
And we've got to stop with that. Just because they might be good at their job, there's a lot more that goes into it than just doing a good job. It's making sure that you are working with the other people at the company to make them good and to make them be the best that they can be, and not having you or whoever drag the rest of them down. So that's number 2. And then number 3 is to focus on continual improvement. Get 1% better each day.
I love it. No, you hit the nail on the head on the formula. You said your biggest frustration is people. When you fix the culture, the people issues start to go away. And
Yes.
Not enough CEOs understand how that works, because we were taught through the 70s and even in the 80s that it's just get stuff done. And if we get stuff done, we'll grow the business, but at what cost? And in this day and age, when we have choices, especially when, there's 0.59 people available, according to one of the statistics. It's 0.59. It was in my Vistage meeting, and I don't remember where it came from, so don't quote me on it, but 0.59 people available for every job that's out there. It's like the employees have the time. I just had a conversation with my son-in-law, who, happens to, work a really nice job. He loves his job. He's not even thinking about changing. But I explained to him, I said, you're not going to get the kind of opportunity that you have right now. You don't have to go out and interview for a job. You can right now, go out and interview a company for the right culture, benefits, and salary. You've never been in this position. And because you work, that B shift, that 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. he works, because you work that time, you could be interviewing other people 5 days a week if you so choose, and find that dream job. So that's exactly, the reverse of what we were talking about. But if you have that culture, and in the interviews, you probably have read Patrick Lencioni's, The Advantage.
Yes.
So, I mean, and it's all talking.
I read that during the pandemic. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. How do we hire these people? Then there's the, anything Patrick Lencioni is fabulous. So,
yep.